So 2024 seems to be the year of forgiveness, and Mizuno have joined the party with their ST Max 230 driver. But is it as good as the offerings from the other brands? We're going to take a look in this video. Is bombed. Wow, that looks fantastic on that ball fly. So maximum MOI, maximum stability. That's Mizuno's message with this new ST230 driver. So we're hearing this word max, the forgiveness story, definitely with a lot of the brands this year, and Mizuno have joined the party with this option. So what makes it a max? It's a lower profile, which obviously allows them then to stretch the back further away from the face, so it looks bigger, but obviously it's still within the 460cc size limitations that they can have. Loads of carbon showing in. We've got that Cortex chain we're going to talk a little bit about, slightly different club face as well, but let's get testing it. Let's get the first one hit. So first impressions, as always, down by that golf ball, it looks quality. Mizuno makes some great stuff. It's very much a Mizuno drive. We're seeing that similar look to what we've seen in previous models, the dark glossy front section, the carbon grey shining through on the back section of the driver. It's got a little bit of a blue tipping in the back of the club there, ST Max logo inside heel, looks great. Sits incredibly square behind the ball, which is good. Just the Runword logo on the top. Okay, a little bit low on the face on that opener. It shot out like a bit of a bullet there, to be honest. Decent club head speed, 113, 162 ball. Nice little run out. So how have I got this set up? I've got my Fujikura Ventus Velocore in a 6X, cut at 45 1/4. Now, interestingly, Mizuno drivers in the past have always been a standard length. Now, the Max has an exception of that. Their standard length in this, if you were to buy it, is coming in at 45 3/4. So they're adding the length there because they're saying the stability is there in the head that allows them to add the length to keep the accuracy, which is an interesting concept. But I've got this at my playing length, as I say, 45 1/4. That's a solid hit. That's a super ball flight. That's good ball speed. I struck that one obviously very well there, which helps with the ball speed. 163. 12 launch, 2 on spin, 277 carry. That's really good numbers. So I think, as we mentioned with these other brands, and we're seeing this Max head, sometimes some of them are hitting that 10k MOI mark, is that obviously putting more weight in the back, and that's exactly what Mizuno are doing here as well. You probably see there's a weighted screw at the back, but then there's also like a little bit of a bulgy weight pad at the back of the driver as well, which is 54 grams of weight is going to be put in the back. Now, they save that weight from a 40% more carbon in the club, so a lot more carbon on the sole. I've got it on the crown as well. That's saving that weight, which is then going to be added as far back with a stretched out head as they possibly can get it. And that's what's going to help with this stability, this MOI number, and then what basically is a resistance to twist on your miss-center hits. A little bit of a left to right fade on that one, but it's going to be hitting the fairway quite nice. Again, good ball speed. Sometimes as a sacrifice of that, what we've seen over many years, I think, and the more weight we put at the back of the driver, typically the higher the launch and the higher the spin. And obviously that isn't a great recipe for adding some extra yards to your tee shots, but looking straight away on those shots, even with that little fadey one, a couple, like I think the first one was a little bit low in the face, the spin hasn't gone up, it's quite a low spin, which does help a little bit of trying to gain some yards, as long as your launch is high enough. Okay, that felt pretty solid as well. Yeah, striking that lovely there, 12 launch, again, great spin, and just touching or just running short of 300. So from Mizuno, we're saying here two big talking points that have changed in previous models with the new Max driver. We've got this forged TILFS club face, which basically is 9% stronger in its structure, so they can have that multiple thickness in the club face there, which basically means that on those miss hits, you're going to get that ball speed up as fast as they possibly can across the club face. And then we see this Cortex chamber, and we have seen that in previous models from Mizuno, but this is now a deeper channel straight behind that club face now in this ST Max. We have this stainless steel bar that sits in that chamber, and then that's surrounded by this elastomer TPU, I think they call it, substance, which is this blue section that we sort of see. This is now deeper than previous models, and that weight is now moved further towards the club face, so it's trying to put energy back into that golf ball, again for those faster ball speeds. But great looking driver behind the ball. We've got that black face. As I say, that carbon on the back section of the crown does look very stunning. Ooh, right, okay, that could be a bit of a tester on that forgiveness. That definitely felt lower in the club face. It's come out low, and you can see that launch has come out low. Ball speed's pretty good on that low strike there. Look at that spin number, it stayed low. So even that's come out low, typically we'd see that gear effect kick in, that spin would go up, and you lose a lot of distance. That's just kept it going forward. It won't be as long as the others, because obviously it's launched low, but as a miss hit, I'd take that all day long. Oh, that's a solid hit. Definitely seeing that, or hearing that carbon sound, that carbon sort of feel coming through that golf club there. Good club head speed, 163. Look at that spin number there, really low. If I can get that launch up in that 12, 13 area with that spin, that's when I maximise my distance. And that'll be the same for you. If you've got low spin characteristics, you make sure you get plenty of loft in your hand, get that launch up. So talking about that, this is a 9.5 degree head, but we have got that neck sleeve adjustability. So we've got 4 degrees range of movement, obviously going upwards and also going downwards as well. So 2 degrees all the way up, 2 degrees on the way down. We can change that lie angle as well, just to really work in your shot direction. Oh, that is bombed. Wow, that looks fantastic on that ball flight. 164, good again. Wasn't absolutely pure, but it's not a bad place to hit it. 280 carry, fantastic. Excellent numbers, solid sounding golf club, solid feeling golf club, and does feel very, very stable. I must admit, just those miss hits I've hit there in that batch of shots, obviously I hit some good ones there, but some miss hits there, definitely holds its line, and the accuracy is pretty good. So availability wise in the Max head, we've got a 9.5 degree, which is available both right and left hand, and then we've got a 10.5 and a 12 degree, and those two lofts are available in right hand only. So unfortunately for lefties, there's no 10.5 and 12 options. Oh, solid, very straight. Price point wise, this is quite nice actually from Mizuno. Tend to be just that little bit less than maybe your other mainstream driver brands. It's coming in at £449 as we currently are shooting this video. So some pretty impressive numbers there. It's nice and low spin. As long as you get that launch up, this will be an excellent driver. The miss hits seem to be very, very stable. So another great driver from Mizuno. If you want me to put this up against, say the Ping 10K, the TaylorMade 10K as a forgiveness element, then just do post your comments down below, let me know your thoughts, and I will do that hopefully as soon as possible. Appreciate you watching the video as always, and hopefully catch you all very soon.